First of all, thank you everybody for taking time to be with us this evening. We know you have a very busy life and a lot going on, and we appreciate the time you spend with us. My name is Michael Lord. I am the Executive Director and Head Coach of 5Aside Theatre. We are a community theatre production and training company based in South London. At 5Aside Theatre, we have three programs: 5Aside Theatre, 5Aside Theatre Tournaments, and 5Aside Theatre Training. In 5Aside Theatre, we partner with arts organizations, community businesses, and charities to create performances that invite a call to action for their causes. Right now, we're in partnership with local African Caribbean associations with our production, Dorothy Through the Centuries. Now, this production explores the lived and revisualized experience of African Caribbeans in Britain over 5 centuries. The reason why we're doing this production is to challenge many of the issues and the misinformation that led to the Windrush scandal. Last year, we staged a very successful local production of Dorothy in the 18th century, and this year, we're preparing our production of Dorothy in the 20th century through several workshops with the local Windrush generation. To date, our production from last year and our outreach workshops have reached upwards of 200 members of the local community. Next, 5Aside Theatre Tournaments. This is our well-being, healthy living, school holiday program supporting free school meal pupil premium children aged 7 to 11. These are children who are disadvantaged during school holidays with limited opportunity for activities and meals that they would normally get during school time, term time. We teach young people about health and well-being through our nutrition, multi-sports, and theater games program. And this past year, our 5Aside Theatre Tournament reached 120 young people. But today, we're inviting you to take part in our latest program, 5Aside Theatre Training. Now, this is our employment training program for 18-plus-year-olds to train as community arts practitioners, producers, and workshop facilitators. We're targeting young people, particularly those who are deterred from training and working due to economic, social, and cultural circumstances. Now, 5Aside Theatre Training comes from my 30 years experience as a performer, director, producer, but particularly my experience as a sixth form college head of drama. The barriers encountered by my students, and there were so many of them, inspired me to find a better way for them. Quite often they would come to me with, "Sir, we can't get on a course," or "We can't stay on," or even when we do get there and graduate, there's very little for us. Take Sev Reed, you see her in the picture there. She's now on Amazon Prime's Hannah, but when she left college, she was blocked. She couldn't access education due to the 55 to 80 pound audition fees for each of her 6 interviews for drama college. Or Abigail, who couldn't stay on her course due to the paucity of student maintenance loans, which are insufficient for young people living in London, where a majority of the drama colleges are located. Consider Beatrice, another one of my students who got part-time work to support herself in the hospitality industry, but found herself underachieving and exhausted in class the next day after late night shifts the previous evening. You see, drama colleges or classes run from 10 o'clock to 8 to 6 p.m., and this impacts students' ability to work effectively part-time and also study. Consider Carla, who graduated top of her class, but couldn't sustain a career due to the limited opportunity for paid employment upon graduation. And she became one of that 65 to 67% who earned either nothing in their first year of working or under £10,000 per year subsequently. Now, I'm an enterprise advisor as well with the South London Community Hub, and we're informed that a third of unemployment in South London is expected to be for 16 to 24-year-olds. And Black students are 3 times the rate of unemployment of their white counterparts. This is a very worrying statistic. Diane, another one of my students, was thwarted by the lack of work for people of our culture. She would often say, "Sir, our culture seems to be the biggest fans of streaming and theater and live performance. However, we have the least representation in this industry." So it's clear, and we all know this, we need more of our community, representing our community, about issues within our community. And this is why 5Aside Theatre is theatre about the people, for the people, by the people. Now, I'm glad to say There's been a very enthusiastic response to this training program. We've secured funding from the local council, and our training will be based at the local sixth form college. And we're recruiting through my network, because I am also a secondary school governor, a trustee at Polka Theatre, and I was a head of drama for 16 years in this borough. And I have extensive relationships with the sixth form colleges and drama departments. And through my network, I'm targeting 5 very diverse participants to take part in this pilot program. And it's very important that they are diverse, because diversity is the essence of 5Aside Theatre, to create empathy through the differences in our groups and our work. And now, today's funding, £4,000. If we successfully get that, we'll contribute to 3 weeks of training. The first week training in safeguarding, first aid, and child protection. The second week's training as workshop facilitators with primary school children. And the third week's training as community producers, working with the African Caribbean community on our Dorothy in the 20th century production. $6,000 will cover equipment costs, venue, and pastoral support, thus helping us achieve our ultimate aim, which is gathering the case studies, data, evidence, networks, and resources to build a powerful case for a 5-month training course to start in March 2023. These participants who take part in our course will leave with transferable skills to work with other arts organizations and community groups. They will have evidence for their CVs, their employment applications, their UCAS personal statements, and also they will be offered employment with us in 5Aside Theatre as assistant coaches with our 5Aside Theatre Tournament School Holiday Program, or as assistant producers with Dorothy in the 20th century theme production. And this all is very important to our overall mission. Young people working with children and elderly are our goal. It builds intergenerational and community cohesion. We'd also like to hear from you. If you're an arts industry professional, you can donate 2 hours of your time to our summer training program, as well as anybody who has had experience with education funding.